Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Muscadine Core Momentum Turn Up the Heat Juba Fit Challenge. This is your first week of the new challenge, so hats off to everybody for taking the challenge. And folks that are visiting, that's great as well. And this is also being taped to go live on my YouTube station, a new station, which I'm going to be creating shortly, that I will load this to so people can see this for replay or for the first time. And if you are, remember this, I'm not a doctor, not making any claims. This is just a accountability call, and we are talking about natural healing and some resources. And we do have some doctors on the team too that sometimes speak and some resources. So keep that in mind. And with that said, there's four categories that people can focus on. One is weight loss. Okay. Another one is core health. Another one is strong, like workouts, and another one's wellness. I'm focused on wellness. It doesn't matter what your focus is, they're all intertwined, and we discussed different things. Along with, I offer a homeopathic health evaluation that I learned from a mentor of mine that goes through hard tissue, soft tissue, sugar, and digestion. And it was made by 500 naturopathic doctors. It's a great way to track and trace what's going on. And that's always key because we have to always track our progress. And there is a tracker sheet inside of JuvaFit, okay, inside of Juva that is, in the back office under resources. And you want to print out the tracker so you're tracking your water, you're tracking your sleep, you're tracking whatever it is you're focused on. Because if you don't track it, there's nothing to go against and to see how you are improving. So keep that in mind. This week's focus was water for on the Juva Fit Commit. Okay, we always want to drink half our water weight, so keep that in mind. Okay, I do have some things to share, but before that, I know that we also have a special going on that ends on Monday on the Nutra HG. I'll be sharing some information about that as well. But before that, I just want to know if everybody understands what's going on in the challenge. If they have any questions, I know several of you guys have been on it before. They're on here right now, so you may not have any questions. But the biggest thing is, and the biggest change is that I don't have separate texting groups. I did that for a couple days. There is a group on Facebook called Muscadine Core Momentum. If you're in the challenge and you're in the group, okay, each time, because I want to hit at the everyone when I post and everybody can see it because I know we're busy. And all you have to do is just put a thumbs up, and that means you spoke or checked in, if you will, for the day. And that's key, just to read it each day. And then if you are going to add on comments, that's great. You should if you can. And that way you're contributing and you're being part of it. And then each week we have this call, and you watch it or watch the replay. And every Wednesday with the Juba Fit Commit call, which you also can watch live and or the replay. And then you check in on the website by Tuesday or starting on Tuesday each week, and you get your points. You get prizes as well, like last time, which is great. Next week, I'll be in Mexico, so we will not have a Juba Fit Commit on Facebook. There'll just be a replay or something like that, or I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but they did say there'll be something there. I'll share it with you guys. And then I'm going to figure out how to do a call or pre-tape call from Mexico, and I will let you guys know how that is going to work. So stay tuned as I'll be communicating in the Muscadine Core Momentum Facebook group. So hopefully everybody understands that. Any questions on the challenge so far that anybody wants to ask? I'm assuming you guys already know, but if you do, you do. You don't, you don't. Any questions from anybody? Alan, Scott, Ara, I know Joanne, you're visiting. William, any questions? Okay. When you've been through it before, we do have new people in this challenge already, and they're not in this call right now. So if you're listening to the call, please reach out to me for your questions. So with that said, I'm going to do a quick screen share. And Mike Casperson did a great job on Muscadine, and I want to share that since we're Muscadine Core Momentum. I do know about the special with the Nutra HG, but and I'll explain that to you guys in a second. But I just want to show you guys a little more information or educate you guys, if you will, on Muscadine of how awesome it is. If you saw today, I did a foot soak. And if you guys ever have issues with your toenails or fungus or whatever it is, the Muscadine is actually an antifungal. It's unbelievable, and an antioxidant through the roof. So if you open up 3 Muscadine capsules, shake all the contents out in a bowl with Epsom salt and dish soap and warm water, soak your feet in it. They're not itchy anymore. It's unbelievable. So it's a really great way to do that. I kind of figured it out just by doing some, if I'm doing some digging in, if you will, in terms of what the benefits were, and I knew it would work. And sure enough, it works amazingly. So try it yourself. I think you'll like it. And with that said, let's do a screen share. And I am going to go to over here, and I'm going to share mic with you. And
we're going to be talking today about the magic of M-Fight, which is one of my all-time favorite products, and I'll explain to that here shortly. This is the statement I was going to read. These statements, what you're about to see, hear, read, and experience today, have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. You see this in all of our products, and so you're very familiar with that, but I felt I needed to give that. Let's go ahead and jump into this. Muscadines. A couple of years ago, when I sat down with Grant Pace and he realized and understood the remarkable impact of the Muscadine product, he immediately wanted to know more. Of course, Grant, right? And dove into the science behind what this amazing product or fruit represents. Not long after that, he thought initially this would be a perfect fit for the Juba family. Not long after that, Jeff and Grant jumped on a plane and flew to the Southeast and toured Muscadine country. And they went through the vineyards and the manufacturing process and so forth. Any of you have any of you tried Muscadine grapes, fresh Muscadine grapes? Oh, we are so going to change that. One of these events, I'm going to have some flown in from our vineyard in the Southeast. It's pretty awesome, kind of fun, pretty cool.
Stuff like fucking.
I promise. I just thought that'd be really great, wouldn't it? What's that? They can be bitter. They can be bitter, but they have a good reason to be bitter, right? And we're going to learn about some of those reasons today. Native to the southeastern United States, before any Europeans stepped foot on soil in the United States, muscadines were here. Muscadine was the very first native grapeseed species to be cultivated in North America. There's a little kind of a snickering debate back and forth between grape connoisseurs in the Southeast of whether muscadine is a grape or a berry. It looks like a grape, it's on a vine, so thus we as consumers call it a grape. However, science says it's a berry. Go figure. I think grape is winning though, because that's what we're all using. Just a little fun trivia. What makes muscadine unique from other grapes and other fruits? We're going to go through some of those today. First of all, muscadine grapes have 2 more chromosomes than other grapes. Why is that important? Well, it's kind of cool. First of all, it creates a greater genetic ability to build towards our health as humans and adaptability, the chromosomes. It also helps it self-preserve itself. It creates a thick skin around the grape/berry and naturally resists mold, bacteria, and viruses. So as you walk through these vineyards, and Jeff can tell you firsthand as well, there's no harsh chemicals and pesticides because these things naturally repel all the things that fruit manufacturers or growers are worried about. It grows well in hot and humid conditions and survives winters, so it's a very, very hardy plant, and thus it thrives in the southeastern United States. As I mentioned, the unique skin, it's thicker, and the thicker the skin is, the heavier it is. I've heard the same thing applies to oranges. I'm not sure if that's true. The thicker the peel is, the more healthy the fruit is, or better tasting it is. But the theory applies to muscadine grapes as well. The thicker, the healthier. Dark red, green, bronze. You saw the pictures on that picture I took in the Southeast. It's really a pretty fruit and got a variety of colors. The seeds are quite large. You probably get maybe 3, possibly 4 seeds in a single grape, and they're large grapes. So they're pretty large seeds. And are they jam-packed with nutrients that we're going to learn about today? These seeds are pure cold pressed into the grapeseed oil we offer today. I'm not sure if you've ever seen a cold press and what that looks like. It takes a very long time, first of all, to get the products into this form, 2 ounces of grapeseed oil. Any idea how many pounds of grapes it takes to get the oil for this 1 bottle? 5 pounds? So we're here 10. How about 20? Just kidding. 500 pounds of grapes. No, for 1 bottle. Now, again, mind you, we're going to go through the extraction process, separating from the pulp and the skins and so forth to get the seeds. 500 pounds of grapes, heavy, moisture, but to mine those seeds, 500 pounds, so 1/4 of a ton, worth that. Kind of cool, isn't it? All right, we're going to talk about some of the unique health benefits of the seeds as well. So a couple years ago, I flew out to the actual vineyard. One of the largest muscadine vineyards in the country is where Juva sources the muscadine products. And these are some pictures that I've taken. With the lights on, it's a little hard to see the vibrant colors, but pretty stunning, pretty awesome, beautiful, all natural, remarkable. There's one of the grapes there. So that grape probably has 3 or 4 seeds in it. And then this is when they're getting ready to process. So they harvest these. I actually went there during harvest season. It was amazing. They would bring in so many people in these remote areas of where these vineyards are, and they would pick all day long, all day long, all day long. Bring them in here, and you can see the big auger that will pull up the grapes. You can see how beautiful they are, very different colors and varieties. The auger pulls that into a mushing machine. It crunches those things, removes the pulp, dries it out, gets rid of the liquid, and from that point, they dry the seeds and the skins and create what we have in our muscadine capsules. So it's all jam-packed, natural, nothing chemically processed in that entire thing. On a separate process, they will actually extract and separate the seeds from the pulp and the seeds, and that's the seed that they will mine, 500 pounds to get enough to create 2 ounces of oil to create our amazing M-Phyte oil. Some of the natural benefits, we're going to go through a few of these today, made exclusively sourced from premium muscadine grapes, seeds, and skins containing concentrated 100% naturally occurring. I wonder how many times I can say natural. This is a natural product, guys. Naturally occurring phenolic compounds, another word for antioxidants, right? High levels of antioxidants in there. What's an antioxidant? Antioxidant helps fight off free radicals, which are everywhere, right? Muscadines are rich in these antioxidants, including ellagic acid, resveratrol, quercetin, anthocyanins, flavonoids, OPCs, and more. And we're going to discuss some of these that I've highlighted in blue here in just in a minute. This includes reducing oxidative stress. You've heard that term probably a lot. You're going to hear it a lot more. Oxidative stress is that reconciliation in your body trying to reconcile the free radicals and antioxidants. Let's pause for a minute and talk about muscadine. Isn't that a cute picture? It's a heart made out of grapes. Muscadine heart health, the impact that muscadine has on the heart. So first of all, your heart beats 100,000 times a day. Sometimes I get so nervous, it seems like it's twice that many. That seems like a lot though, right? That's 35 million times a year. It's a lot of heartbeats. The heart muscle, like a tennis ball. So I could probably throw this to Jeff, but I'm a lousy shot. I'm afraid I'll hit somebody in the head, so I won't throw it to Jeff. But if you think, you're welcome. Those of you in the line of fire, sorry for the momentary fright. If you squeeze this, enough pressure in your hand, if you have strong enough hand muscles, so squeeze that ball, that's equivalent to the pressure that our heart exerts in pumping out blood through our body. It's pretty powerful, our heart. Our heart at rest is powerful. Our heart at rest pumps as much blood, or it takes as much effort as somebody who's running a marathon on their leg muscles when our heart's resting. That's how powerful our heart is. Our body has about 6 quarts of blood circulating through the body 3 times every minute. I had no idea it was that fast. I'm sure I'd heard it before. In one day, the blood travels a total of 12,000 miles, 4 times the distance across the US from coast to coast. Makes sense why you're so exhausted at the end of the day. You've been across the country 4 times, right? Going from California to New York 4 times every day, that's the distance that your blood travels. So it leads to the obvious question that we've got to take care of our hearts, right? Our heart itself and the vessels and the vessels and arteries that carry the blood for us, right? Got to keep those healthy. Got to keep those healthy. What is the #1 cause of adult deaths in the United States? Hint, heart disease, right? I come from a family, amazing family. My grandfather, when he was the ripe age of 58 years old, died of heart disease. 2 of his sons, my uncles, died at the age of 58. Guess what from? Heart disease. So I was very excited to learn more about this from a personal standpoint as well, but we all need to take care of our heart. So in other words, every 33 seconds in the US, somebody is dying from heart disease. Staggering. Let's talk a little bit about resveratrol. Antioxidants in muscadine grapes, called polyphenols or phenolic compounds, may help the lining of blood vessels in the heart. One polyphenol called resveratrol is one substance that is getting more and more attention. We're going to hear a lot more about that. It sounds familiar to you. You know about it. I know Denise is an avid fan of resveratrol. How many of you have heard of the French paradox? Anyone heard of the French paradox? Back in the 80s, some scientists conducted a study with French citizens, those that had pretty horrible diets, smoked quite a bit, a lot of unhealthy fats in their diets and so forth. But their heart health was much better compared to neighboring countries of France. And what did they think? What do you think they found out? Their first summation from that was wine. So it was red wine made from grapes, right? Now, as much as I'm sure many would like to think it was the alcohol in the wine, it was not. It was the resveratrol in the grapes that they feel was part of that process. So that is pretty impressive. Fruits in general have a lot of phenolic compounds in them. So we've highlighted a handful of them and identified 8 phenolic compounds: ellagic acid, flavonoids, resveratrol, quercetin, gallic acid, anthocyanins, OPCs, and catechins. You can see muscadine has all 8 of those, right? And these other fruits, strawberry, apple, pomegranate, blueberry, cranberry, acai berry, raspberry, goji berry, have 3 to 4, except for acai berry. Bless its heart, pun intended, nothing. They don't have any phenolic compounds in acai berry. In conjunction with that, the ORAC scores, you're familiar with this. I think this is in this week's Week at a Glance. ORAC stands for Oxygen Radical Absorbance Capacity Scale. Basically, it's a way a lab takes and tries to quantify the amount of antioxidants in a food. As you can see, muscadine grapeseed far surpasses all of them, especially starting with second place. Vinifera grapeseed, a traditional table grape, has 273, muscadine grapeseed at 895. So very high in antioxidants. All right, let's talk about ellagic acid real quick. One thing I forgot to mention at the beginning of this is when Grant and Jeff went to the Southeast and learned, as I had learned as well, there's a study that was made available. It's a $20 million research study through Wake Forest University in North Carolina that an anonymous donor made because this person had such amazing belief in the muscadine grapes. And so they conducted a survey and the results are remarkable. And this is available to you. You can see it and you can see some of the results and the experiences. We'll talk about some of them today. But ellagic acid may be used, again, let me reiterate the statement, please, 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 may be used for anti-disease properties, dark skin patches on the face, memory and thinking skills, diabetes, and many other purposes. Now, as an example, I've got 3 pretty dark age spots up here, and after using this skin, the oil in my skin, it lightened up a lot. One's still struggling a little bit, but I'm going to continue to use it. I love this oil. My father-in-law, a couple years ago, he has diabetes, and so he has neuropathy in his legs, can hardly walk. They look like the color of our Galaxy bottle, his legs. Terrible. He can hardly walk. Bless his heart, I love him dearly. But I sent, he's in Denver at the time. I sent him some of muscadine oil. My sister-in-law, who lived with him at the time, faithfully applied this to him once a day. And within 2 weeks, the color transition between his legs were amazing. And it helped with the blood flow in his legs as well. And yes, I do have before and after pictures. Do I have them with me? No. We brought my father-in-law over here. My sister-in-law moved over to Ogden. We'll find them. And you'll see them. I've got one I'll share with you today. That's not my father-in-law, but it still has a pretty good before and after shot. Remarkable product. Another one, the quercetin, may improve blood vessels and blood flow through the arteries in people with heart disease. Again, focusing on the heart health of M-Phyte. Antioxidants, there are over 100 antioxidants in muscadine grapes. No surprise when you see the ORAC score, right? So that research study that I mentioned before, one of the conclusions of this was an increase in the brachial artery, which is a key component in providing blood flow to the upper extremities, had increased in 4.4% by consuming grapes. That is amazing. There are a lot of medications that can't even come close to that. So that is pretty remarkable. That's just one example of what you'll find in that study. The name M-Phyte, if it's not obvious, M stands for muscadine. Phyte means 2 things, right? It's a fight, fights the free radicals and other harmful aspects of our daily lives, but also phytonutrient, which is a substance found in certain plants, which is believed to be beneficial to human health and help prevent various diseases. Remarkable product. Beautiful product too. It's very pretty. And we'll need to figure out a time, Jeff, take note to get some of these grapes for them to try. Kind of fun. All right, let's go through the what the products may do. Again, we have the disclaimer at the bottom. We've talked about the oxidative stress and reducing that, support heart health. We spent a lot of time on heart health alone. So if for heart health only, if you're not taking M-Fight, you need to be. Not to mention the remaining benefits that we're going through: support healthy immune response, revitalize energy levels. When you're removing those free radicals from our bodies, it's going to naturally give us energy, right? Those things are toxic; they're very bad for us. We're going to have a natural surge of energy level just by removing those through consuming this product. Support improved brain function, support sexual health and weight management. We'll talk about weight management here shortly. Sexual health, you're on your own. Support joint health, support proper inflammatory response. A lot of those ingredients I showed you earlier on the chart, comparing the various fruits and so forth, have a lot of anti-carcinogenic properties to them as well as anti-inflammatory. Promotes healthy blood chemistry. Let's jump to the cold pressed oil. 500 pounds, guys, 500 pounds. Again, contains over 100 antioxidants, includes vitamin A and C, including omega-6. Got a little bit of 3 and 9 in there, mostly omega-6, critical for us, right? And tocotrienols, which is an ultra-rare member of the vitamin E family of health-boosting oils. Amazing benefit. Single ingredient product, can you believe it? Skincare benefits, reduces the appearance of fine lines, scars, and other discoloration. I've got a couple of twin sons that are complaining that life is ending because they have this thing called teenage acne. It's hilarious. So a couple weeks ago, I had them start putting it on there. Within 2 days, all the red just started lightening up like, Dad, you weren't kidding. Yeah, I know. Helps reduce premature aging, the appearance of premature aging. I wish I helped premature aging. I'm in. Helps reduce oxidative stress and support healthy skin hydration. Promote skin
Download Just Play and get any games you like. There's casual games, there's puzzle.
Not to mention my own experience with it as well. The softening agent and ability of this very light oil, it's not like olive oil or a heavy oil that's bad for you, it's going to clog pores. This one does absolutely the opposite. The skin softening effect of this oil is remarkable. Penetrates quickly without clogging pores, helps remove makeup. I'm not sure if any of you have tried that yet. I have not, but good tip. Helps condition nails, hair, and scalp. Some call this the fountain of youth. Internally, ingesting it from the benefits we've talked about, as well as externally. Now, just so you know, Ponce de Leon, when he landed in what's now Florida, long before other settlers came here, what existed here? Muscadine grapes. Hey, maybe he found the fountain of youth. You never know. This is the picture. Now, I've strategically placed the bottle in front of the big toenail because it was okay. Thank you. I was going to say a little awkward and uncomfortable to look at. So I did you the favor of covering that big nail. The lights don't show you the contrast as much, but you can see the color. This is after 21 days of putting M-Fight oil on the foot, and you can see the softening effect. It's pretty amazing, pretty remarkable. Blood flow, softening agent. It is an amazing product. Let's jump to weight loss benefits. Promotes fat reduction, healthy weight management. We'll talk about fat reduction here shortly. Supports the JuvaFit keto lifestyle, helps to suppress appetite. I keep a bottle in my car, I keep a bottle on my desk, I keep a bottle on my bathroom counter for all the reasons we're talking about. But if I get a little bit hungry sometimes, I will actually pop this open and put a level dropperfuls in my mouth and swallow it. Helps with the appetite suppressant, as well as the fact I'm getting my healthy oils, which is great. Inhibits the formation and storage of fat. Now, this is a relatively new discovery from a research that a doctor did. The compounds that are found in this, again, single ingredient magical product reduce adipogenesis, which is the fat formation, and adipose inflammation, which is the storage of fat. So if you're consuming that with products that happen to be unhealthy fat in there, you may want to consider having this when you're consuming that as well, because of the benefits of being able to reduce fat reduction. That's amazing. It's not you put on your body, it doesn't make you lose fat. It helps with the prohibiting. It's a fat blocker. Supports joint health, improve brain function, fights free radical damage, and much, much more. If you don't have this on subscribe and save, repent and change today. You need to have these two products on subscribe and save. From heart health to skincare, M-Fight is an answer to so many issues, not to mention the #1 reason for adult death in America. It is an amazing product. Thanks you for your time.
All right, guys. Good information. That was from one of our online conventions, I think, and that's in the summit back office. I just wanted to show that with you guys since we are called Muscadine Core Momentum. I don't really think everybody always knew all that information about how powerful that product is. And some of us were in a previous company, Layla and Alan and Scott and Chris, and Alex and Joanne. I don't know who else is on here. And we experienced the power of the muscadine. As a matter of fact, I had somebody on my team that had stage 4 cancer, and I believe right now it's been reversed from that product. I'm not making a claim, just saying what the results were. So it's a pretty powerful product, and that's why I love it so much. And there's so many good things, but he explained it really well on there. So anyway, I just want to start off our first week with some more information, and a lot of you guys didn't hear that before, and I wanted to make sure that people, yeah, I got you, Alex, to know why we're called Muscadine Core Momentum and how good the things we take are and how important they are. Yes, Alex.
Oh, I just wanted to say hello.
Hello, I'm glad you're here. I'm
Here.
glad you made it on. It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
Good to see everybody here.
Yes, yes. Any questions on anything that was just discussed or the challenge or anything? Do you have any questions? Was that good information? Good. If I lost, I don't know if I lost Jay, so I know she liked that. She was messaging me. Awesome, awesome. Well, again, with the challenge, everybody, as I said earlier on, if you came on later on, some people are visiting, some people on the challenge. You still have time to sign up for the challenge. And if you're seeing this recording, it's going to go live to my YouTube station. I'm creating a new station with this as well. And we want to reach as many people. Feel free to share the recording as well to folks that you know, because it's good information. And they might just want to come in as a visitor, or they might want to join the challenge. It's free, okay? And we just want to support as many people as possible, get the information out to as many people as possible. And remember, there's 4 categories. There's weight loss, core health, strong, and wellness. They all kind of intertwine, and it's an accountability group is all it is. And we're just trying to do better, and we're all busy. So we appreciate everybody being together because we have 2 choices. Either we are doing something about our health or we're not. And this really meets everybody at their needs. And I feel it's amazing. For me, as a captain of it, continuously, I force myself to do it, because if I don't, I go backwards as well. I'm just like you guys. So we appreciate all that. And we appreciate you, because without each other, we can't really do this. It's all about just doing better, feeling better, and spreading the word out about it and giving you guys some more information. We're going to have all kinds of calls moving forward. It's going to be great. Lots of good information. Like I said, next week, I'm in Mexico. So I'm going to try to pre-tape a call, but I'll see what's going on. Stay tuned. I'll let you know. I will still have access to my computer and all that. And Alexis, I got to talk to you about that for my ride. And
You got
all
it.
good stuff, everybody. So enjoy. Good being here. Don't forget to check in. And you guys have a good night. Take care.